What's going on, everybody? This is Bear. You're about to listen to Bear's Banters, the show where I don't talk about race, religion, and politics. So what the fuck else is there to talk about? Hey, you're just gonna have to find out. Yes, welcome to Bears Banter's little Halloween special. Of course, we're going to talk about the new Halloween kills that came out. We're going to talk about my favorite horror movies. So you can leave in your comments and all that stuff on your favorite horror movie killer, whatever. And it's like, hold up, wait, Bear, as in Bears Banters? Where the fuck you been, motherfucker? Bitch! I've been motherfucking busy, okay? I got a life too. This shit don't pay the bills. Gotta focus on fucking putting food on the table for me and mine. But I'm sorry. Look, I know I've been gone for a while. Everybody been like, my one fan been like, and you know who you are. He be like, come on, man, what the fuck you doing? Oh, it's Christmas movie. Yeah, fuck you. We're almost there. We're almost on that topic. But tonight, we gonna talk about some spooky shit. I mean, some spooky motherfucking shit. I mean, like trying to find out you were fucking about to be a daddy, but you broke spooky shit, okay? We on that type of shit. So, first of all, let me explain this, okay? Fuck Carson Wentz. I don't give a fuck what his numbers look like this year, okay? Fuck Carson Wentz. Fuckity, fuck. Fuck Carson Wentz, okay? And yes, that is the only Halloween shit. Not Halloween. Only football shit I'm going to be talking about tonight. Because fuck Carson Wentz. Alright? So, just start off right now. Halloween Kills fucking kills it. I mean, it is literally the best Halloween since I've seen the original fucking Halloween. The 1978 joint. I mean, because you had Halloween 2. That wasn't a bad movie. That really wasn't even all that bad at all. You know what I'm saying? Then Halloween 3, I think they just try to stick with the whole Halloween theme and shit like that. But they was like, all right, well, we just killed Michael Myers in the second one. We can't really continue shit. And then how bad that fucking movie was. But they was like, you don't fucked up, right? Come on. You don't fucked up, right? We need to bring Michael Myers back tonight. So they come up with this concoct scheme of like, oh, Jamie Lee Curtis's character like had a daughter and she died in a car accident, blah blah blah. So now Michael's hunting his niece and shit like that, and we Halloween 4, Halloween 5, and Halloween 6. They're just, I guess they're watchable because it is Michael Myers and it is interesting to see the kills, but the story, the plot, all that shit, dumb. Like, nah, motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. And then came out with Halloween H2O. I don't care what none of y'all said. I liked Halloween H2O. I did. I enjoyed it. I thought it was like, a good thing from like part 1 to part 2. And then boom. But then they came out with Halloween Resurrection with Busta Rhymes. And I'm like, no, you fucked up again. So, you know what? Go to timeout. Go to your room. And because of that stupid ass Halloween Resurrection, we had to deal with like Freddy versus Jason and all that. And everybody's like, whoa, bear. The fuck you mean? Freddy versus Jason was a good movie. First of all, the concept of fucking Freddy versus Jason to me is just stupid. First of all, I don't know why the fuck people are like, oh, I like fucking Freddy, my man. He was a child molester. Like, what? Like, yeah, I get he cracks jokes and shit like that, and he's the comedy killer or whatever, but he's a fucking child molester. Like, how do you cheer for him? Like, when I watch like horror movies, like if I can get into the killer, I cheer for that motherfucker. Cause I'm telling you, Halloween Kills. I ain't gonna spoil it, cause I mean, obviously it's on Peacock for free, and if you ain't fucking see it by now, man, like, you better take your ass to the store with that or some shit, cause you fucked up. But I ain't gonna be one of them spoilers and nothing like that. Like, just the beginning. When he steps out of the burning building. Now, people are like, whoa, what the fuck you mean he's stepping out of the burning building? Why is he stepping out of the burning building? Well, if you would have seen Halloween 2018, you'd have fucking knew. Alright? So, shut the fuck up. So, the fact of the matter is, at least 5 minutes of that movie, yeah, call me John William Gacy, because I definitely came a bunch of times over them dead bodies like that. I'm just like, yo, he fucked them up. Like, oh, I just felt bad. I was like, yo, he did the fireman dirty as shit. Because, he fucks them up. But it's Michael Myers. Like, you got to have a good kill count. I mean, like, look at the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. Now, to me, the beginning of the first Rob Zombie Halloween movie, I like what he was doing. Like, we're going to show you, like, Michael Myers' as young age and all that shit, and to see how he became the way he did. But what I liked about the original is that, like, when he kills his sister and comes out and he's standing there in that clown costume and he's got the knife in his hand and shit, his parents are like, Michael, like, what the fuck you doing? And, the father got a business suit. The mother, she got the pearls in the dress. Like, he looked like he came from a blue-collar fucking family. So it was like, oh, what's wrong with that crazy crack over there? Like, what the fuck is wrong with that little-ass white boy? Like, why he grown up in a blue-collar family and probably got no fucking problems getting everything he handed to him, and he out here fucking killing people? Starting with his sister? Oh, yeah. Cuckoo, cuckoo. That motherfucker fucked up. All right. But when Rob Zombie did it, he came from a broken home. His dad or his mom's boyfriend, whatever the fuck he was, like, he was a piece of shit to him. Fucking his sister was a cunt to him and shit like that. He was being picked on in school. I'm like, yo, I'd fucking start stabbing people. Like, what? The fuck? What the fuck is you talking about? Like, when he killed the Billy, okay, I'm alright. When he killed the bully in the movie, I'm like, yo, why should I be like, oh shit, Michael about to go into some shit, or wow, Michael is really fucked up? I'd be like, no, fuck that bully up. Like, what? When he became an adult in the Rob Zombie series, that's when the movie started getting, like, really good to me. Because that's when we was like, oh shit, now Michael gets to do what Michael needs to do and fuck some people up tonight. Alright? So, then they came out. First of all, Rob Zombie, he didn't even want to do. I know this is like old fucking news and shit like that, but Rob Zombie. God damn. Rob Zombie, he didn't like, he didn't even want to do a second one, but the studio was like, come on, do a second one, man. You make us money, man. We'll give you some money. And he's like, all right, shit, I ain't gonna turn down fucking money and shit like that. But it was just, to me, and if you're a true Rob Zombie person, you'll get this. It was just too Rob Zombie, like the ghost mobs and shit. I swear to God, there was like a horse or a unicorn or some fucking weird shit, and it just wasn't good. But you know what? I'm not gonna blame Rob Zombie on that shit, cause fuck, you throw money at me, I'll fucking be like, all right, fuck, I'll weigh my ass with this shit. I don't give a fuck. But like, I just didn't think it was a good movie, nothing like that. I mean, it was just like what 4, 5, and 6 was, and Resurrection was. It was like, okay, let's watch it for the kills and Michael to do his thing. But fucking like, shit's getting so popular. I feel like it's 2021 and it's like, hold up, it's 2021, because why the fuck is Halloween still a thing? And then Ice Nine Kills drops a new album coming off their other album, and it's like all horror stuff, like they're based off of horror movies and shit like that. I'm like, what? Who went fishing one day and started pull back all of this, like, because back in the day, we had the Friday the 13th remake, we had the fucking the Freddy one, Nightmare on Elm Street remake. So it was like, we're kind of coming back to this, but now we're going to keep it original. But don't get me wrong, Halloween Kills was that shit. But if I'm going to talk about motherfucking horror movies, you best know I'm going to talk about my favorite of all time, no matter what comes out in the future, no matter how good movies are. Just the concept alone is what makes it my favorite. Is motherfucking Scream. And people are like, man, you like, really? Scream's your favorite? Like, not Michael, not Jason, not like Ghostface? Like, really? Bitch! The fuck is wrong with you? How you gonna hate up on Scream? Yo, as much as I love Michael Myers and all that shit, but when it comes to Freddy and Jason and Michael and the Leprechaun and all that shit, like, I don't know, they're like not human. Like they're demons from hell, or like they're indestructible. Like you running through the woods and shit like that from Jason, and it's like you just ran 2 miles and this motherfucker walking slower than a fucking granny on a fucking one of them hover around joints or some shit, and you finally catching your breath talking about, and then like next thing you know, boop, oh, hiya buddy, and he kills you. It's like, what the, hold on. You gonna tell me you could have just done that the whole time? Like, you made me run 2 miles. Like, yo, if I knew I was gonna die, like, the fuck would I just ran 2 miles for no reason? Like, Like, you're a fucked up person, Jason. And, like, Freddy, I'm gonna fucking get you in his dreams and shit like that. Like, I get it, it's his world, but it's still your dream, and it's like, bro, come on now. Like, I don't know. It just. And then, like, but I do like Michael because it's a slasher. I mean, yeah, I guess technically Friday the 13th is a slasher too, but it started to go away from the slashers to, like, he's got the fucking monster face and all that shit. And just, yeah, I just was never really into Friday the 13th like that. I honestly like the remake that came out, like, what was that, 2007 to 2010, like, whatever year that shit came out like that. Like, I thought that was interesting enough. I did, but Scream was always my favorite. And the reason Scream was always my fucking favorite is because, to me, it's realistic. Now, people, before y'all be like, oh, Bear, what the fuck you talking about? Bitch, let me explain to you, okay? Because he has to wear a bulletproof vest. And it's an old fashioned, like, who done it. I mean, yeah, after I get it, after you've seen the movie, it's like, yeah, well, you know who did it, so what's the fucking, now the movie's kind of like, see, that's the problem with some people with, like, when they watch movies like Scream and shit like that, of like, who's done it, because once they seen it, they know who did it, and they feel like half the movie is, like, spent on, like, trying to figure out who done it when you already did it and shit like that. So when, like, you rewatch the movie, it's like, all right, well, it's just spending half the fucking movie trying to figure out who did it and, whatever. But to me, like, when it comes to Scream and shit like that, like, first of all, they changed shit with the phone calls and shit like that. Because, if you was, like, between, like, 20, 30, hell, maybe even fucking 40 years old when you were, back in the 90s when that came out and your house phone rang, you took a deep breath. Your heart jumped up into your throat and your shit came down between your jaws like, oh, shit. Especially if it was like a late night call. If it was like 10 o'clock at night, it was like, who's calling me? Like, I just like, and like I said, it's just more on the realistic side. Like, two fucking teenagers who just, like, snap the fuck out and start slicing and dicing motherfuckers and shit like that. Use that hunting knife. And then the second one, it's like, okay. And then we got third one. Third one was like, all right, well, the story came. But, like, to me, it was like, okay, 1, 2, and 3. 3 explains how part 1 was started, and then part 2 was going off the continuation of part 1. Like it might not have been the best in the world, but it was like a still good trilogy. It was like 3 and done, and that's it. We're a nice trilogy. Then someone done fucked up and sat in the fucking writer's room. It was fucking like, yo, how about we do a Scream 4? And then when I saw that came out, I was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Don't get on this Michael fucking Halloween and this fucking Friday 13th and even fucking Nightmare Before, whatever fucking Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, please don't get on that fucking level. Don't fucking go too fucking far, because once you go to a certain fucking limit in horror movies where you always get the same actors and actresses as the survivors to come back in these movies, someone's gonna die. Because we all know what happened to Randy in Scream 2. He got fucked up badly. Anyways. So they come out with part 4. But you know what? Part 4 wasn't bad to me. Like, it's watchable. The story, I guess you could say, was a little more interesting than part 3. But like I said, it was just like so far stretched the fuck out. It was just like, it had nothing to do with the trilogy of, like, connecting it. So I'm like, all right, you know what? But it was still good. It still came out like if you ain't see Scream 4, then fuck you. Spoiler warning. All right, you don't like it, change channel. Cause Neve Campbell looked like she about to die in this movie, and I'm like, yo, they really, like, brung her back just to kill her off. I'm like, whatever. And then they don't. And then, like, Courtney Cox's character gets, like, stabbed in the fucking shoulder. It's like, come on, bro. You could have slit her throat. You could have stabbed her in the fucking titty. You could have done something. Like, you couldn't even cut the nipple off. Like, give me something here. Like, what the fuck is you doing here? And they just never did it. I'm like, really? The shoulder? Like, use a bitch. Like, you know what? Use a punk bitch. And now they're coming out with fucking part 5 in January. Like, bro. What the fuck? Like, I'm like, yo, someone's about to die in this one. Someone's going to have to die. And you know what? If no one dies between fucking Deputy Dewey, fucking God, I'm gonna say Courtney Cox, Gail Weathers, or even fucking Sidney Prescott. Like those three characters, if not one of them fucking dies in this movie, it's just like ridiculous, dude. I mean, cause I'm fucking 32 years old, so it's like Nev Campbell and David Arquette, they're like 40, they're like fucking 50 years old. Like, come on, they's grandparents. Like, it's kind of like at least with like at least they didn't pour four. It was like, oh, her younger cousin was targeted, but then she was the killer. Like, okay. So, and in the new Halloween movies, it's like, yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis is old, but we're talking about her daughter. We're talking about her granddaughter and shit like that in these fucking movies, you know? But these ones just like, what, Cindy never had children? What, fucking, like, Dewey and fucking Gail Weathers never had children? Like, come on. These three main characters, these three main survivors, none of them had fucking children. Like, nothing that we could go off. Oh, you guys are fucking back. You're fucking 50 years old. Like, sit your ass down somewhere. Like, you're old as fuck. Like, first one was Dewey was the fucking a deputy. And the second one, he was just on college campus. Then the third one, he was a fucking, I guess a security guard for some fucking Hollywood fucking ditzy bitch. And then the fourth one, now we share. What you gonna be in the fifth one, my dude? You gonna be the judge in the fucking town? Like, what the fuck, yo? Like, stop fucking ruining my shit, alright? Like, don't fuck with my movies, alright? I likes my fucking horror movies the way they are. I accepted fucking part 4, but then you gonna turn around and make a fucking part 5. You best not fuck this up, you know that, right? You better not fuck this up. Now, and then my fucking Halloween Kills, and fucking, because Halloween 2018, the ending was good. It was like Terminator 3. It was like, this movie's just like, what in the fuck bullshit is this? But then you got the end, you're like, oh, okay, you know what? That ending, it literally just made up for the movie. And of course, the kills. But then Halloween Kills dropped. You're like, oh, hold on now. Let me. I got to rub one out because that shit was fresh. That shit was hot. But Scream 4, I'm like, why? But like I said, it was watchable, so I was like, all right, it's cool, it's cool. I mean, fuck, I couldn't even fucking find a Blu-ray set with all 4 of them together. They still selling only fucking 1 through 3 as a collection. I just fucking seen something on the gaming store for my game system that I have. It was the same fucking thing. It was like, oh, fucking buy all Screams 1 through 3. I'm like, so apparently part 4 really ain't shit then, because that's what it looks like to me. They're not even fucking putting these movies together anymore. And I'm like, now you coming out with a fucking part 5 with motherfuckers who are like in their 50s? Like, ain't nobody want to see no fucking 56-year-old run around get fucked up. Like, you old. How you running? Shut your old ass down for fucking, just sit your ass down. But don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna see it. Because if motherfuckers out there are still seeing fucking Fast 9 this fucking deep, I ain't got a problem watching Scream 5. I don't. Because I'm not going to say it's going to blow my mind. It's not going to say it's going to be the best fucking one out of all of them. I've gone this fucking far. I might as well fucking finish it. That's how I'm saying. Like, when like, you rubbing one off and shit like that, and you hear your girl or your man's coming in the house, and you're like, well, fuck it, I've gone this far. Let me just hurry up and damn finish before I get caught. You know what I'm saying? But, alright, I'm going to tell you this right now. It's that time. Oh, it's that time, and I know it's been a minute. It is that time. That's that bullshit! And no, I'm not going to do that joke where that's that bullshit is brought to you by, because I've already done that a little too many times. Hopefully one day I do get a little sponsored for this. Just make a little extra dollar, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of cream. Just a little bit of cream. And I'm going to tell you what's that bullshit right there. Since we on the Halloween time, I smell children time and shit like that. I've seen so many I fucking smell children signs at work. I'm just like, okay. I haven't even watched Hocus Pocus yet because I actually am waiting for Halloween. And I'm like, I feel like I've already watched the fucking movie. But anyways, I'm getting off track. That's that bullshit. When you're a young kid and you bust your ass out there trick-or-treating, you working hard. You walking from block to block. I mean, I don't know what the fuck these kids doing today, but back in the day, you earned your fucking candy. First of all, that shit was not fucking free candy. You earned your candy back in the day, because your ass was walking blocks, okay? Because me, I was smart about it. I put a Michael Myers mask on, fucking walked around with a white pillow sheet, got my candy, went back home, and covered an hour, went the fuck back home, Fucking grabbed my Scream mask, Ghostface, grabbed the black pillow sheet, and fucking went and I got more candy. But you know why it's bullshit? You know that's that bullshit? When you do all that motherfucking work, and you come to fuck home, and your fucking parents look right at you. You can have 2 pieces tonight. And that's all because you don't want a tummy ache. Bitch, I just walked like fucking 12 miles. I'm counting my calories tonight. Or your dad be like, give me this piece of candy, give me this piece of candy, give me this and this and this, because I got to check them. You ain't never see that candy again unless you want to look in that toilet 2 days later because you know it's gone. And that's that bullshit. Parents, stop taking your motherfucking kids' candy. They work hard for that, man. Don't do that. That's horrible. It's just horrible. Because I tell you what, motherfucker try to steal my candy anymore today. Nope. You going to be in a motherfucking, you're going to be in a Lifetime fucking Halloween special. Fucking Lifetime movie channel Halloween special about your life. It's called I Fucked With My Neighbor's Candy and I Fucked Up. Don't touch my motherfucking candy. So, I do apologize about the long delay. My producer's gotten lazy. Not even gonna lie. I love her, but she's gotten a little lazy. But then I started showing her certain things, and she was like, oh, okay, well, I'll make a new episode, and then we'll get it going and shit like that. So, I mean, it's just me by myself. I'm not gonna really try to, go off for 40 minutes anymore when I'm by myself. Now, when I'm with Sergeant Sausage or Ducky or any other guest, then yes, then I'll make it a longer episode. But when it's just by myself, I mean, come on now, I'm by myself. I'm gonna start talking to myself, just you see, I'm going crazy already because it's that time of year. You go out Halloweening, you go trick-or-treating and shit like that. You fucking, for some reason, you take your own kids' candy. I'll tell you what, don't touch my motherfucking candy. Talk about my mama, steal my car, take my jewelry. But don't fuck with my candy. Y'all have a safe and good Halloween, and y'all will definitely be hearing back from me again soon. I honestly just been busy with my life and stuff like that and work and shit like that. And like I said, my producer's been getting lazy, but we're gonna keep that on the down low just between us. She's gonna hear this shit anyway. She'll be like, all right, motherfucker, I'm gonna fuck you up. Check out my boy Ron Wreckless. You know what I'm saying? Click the link I can't even speak. Click the link below on my YouTube channel. Bears Banters, Bears videos and shit like that. Check out my boy Ron Wreckless. Check out the channel Day of Decay for my boy. Like I said, if you feel like checking out some interesting shit, maybe go on a little adventure, but you're just too fucking tired and lazy to do it and get up out of your chair, or maybe just, what I'm saying, you hit that bowl a little too much and all that shit, because I know I be getting lazy when I be hitting that bowl. Check out my boy. He'll go on that fucking adventure for you, you know what I'm saying? Leave comments about your favorite horror movies and shit like that, and, yeah, stay tuned in for next episode, and I hope y'all appreciate it, because I'll tell you this right now, probably not going to be back, new episode probably won't be back to November, but I guess technically, November's next fucking week anyways. So, bitch, take care. Oh, yeah, and for my number one fan, probably my only true fan out there, and you know who the fuck you are, you're going to sit there and tell me Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, and I guess you're the motherfucker that's going to sit there and tell me fucking Nightmare Before Christmas is a motherfucking Halloween movie. Bitch!